Hello everyone, I'm Brahm Mithra. This is the settlement event that takes place after the level 1 Phoenix Hunt, and I saw in the comments people were asked the question if the avatars that I use to represent the survivors match what happens to them actually in the story. And yes, kind of wears an eye patch because she is blind in one eye, and the mask on Mackenzie is just a way to differentiate her from her sister. So I don't know. I just put a mask on because I just felt it would fit the personality of that character because of their fighting arts. She does not have a shattered jaw, however, that is amazing, and I should do that for someone who has a shattered jaw in the future. Put the face mask on them. So this episode is just the settlement event. I loved editing this episode. I spent a lot of time editing this episode. This is the first time that I've ever edited the footage to edit out me thinking. And I don't typically ever want to do that. I want everything to be, my reaction to be what it is. And I did it because, and I explained it in the video too, because I could feel I was probably going to edit it. But I had the opportunity to look through a deck of cards, and time got away from me, and I spent like 20 minutes looking through that deck. So it just wouldn't have been. It was terrible. It was just me sitting through reading all the cards, deciding best optimal play. So I just edited it out. So yes, there is an edit for the first time. I normally try to avoid it, and it is not something. Like I said, I've always felt that the gameplay for this game is the reactionary stuff, the stuff that happens. It's storytelling and it's narrative, and it should be real. The reaction that I have, the reaction you see, everything should be played out. So I don't like making edits, and I love leaving in my thought process. It's great. I feel that that's the way it should be done. I know it makes the videos longer, but in this particular case, this settlement event, if you saw from the last episode, we have a survivor who retires. We have our first retirement. So I wanted to do something special for that person. That survivor has gone with us for a whole bunch of stuff, and now she has to retire. So I loved editing this video. I'm a DM at heart. Now, I'm not a writer. I just love telling stories. I love putting pieces of, like, when I DM, I put my players' backstories into it. I tried to weave them into a story, and I know Adam Poots has said the same thing. He feels that this game is story driven and it's narrative. He likes the story. He thinks that's what the game is about. Many people have differing opinions on that, but sometimes I like telling stories where people view the same event two different ways. You can view the same event from a multiple perspective, and I think that's neat. I loved editing this video. It's my favorite video I've done. It took me a lot longer to edit this one. But I think the weight of what happens called for it, and it was so much fun. And I think sometimes, well, I don't want to spoil anything, so enjoy the story. Again, I'm not a writer. I'm not gonna write everything perfect. I'm not super. There might be grammar problems or whatever, but I tried my best. I tried to write it as good as I could. So again, it's just fun. I loved it. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. All right, here we are, settlement event after the level 1 Phoenix, which went okay. Couldn't really ask for anything better from a level 1 Phoenix, I guess, but Could have been better. Could have got that iron resource, but could have not spiral aged on Kenna. That would have also been great. But as I said, we've got 3 ages to do. Thunder does not age. I said 3 ages. I was actually incorrect because I remembered when I was editing back the footage, Mackenzie de-leveled or lost a hunt experience on the hunt. So then when she gained her 4, I filled back in the dot, but you don't re-age again. So the only people who actually did age then are Caressa and Kenna, and unfortunately Kenna also will retire when we do the milestone events. So let's do the age right now for Caressa. She is hitting age 3. Where is it? Age 3. Yeah, I have this cheat sheet here as to use all the books, or to not use the book as much. So like here, this cheat sheet has all the severe injuries for everything and brain trauma. And then this has the table for intimacy, all the ages, all the insight, all paths of the brave, and bold. So I use this cheat sheet. That's why I don't always flip through the books. So let's do age 3 for Caressa. It is a 94, it's a 13. 13, age 3 is a random fighting art. Could have done without that. So let's get a random fighting art. Okay, let's go with that one. Unconscious fighter. So this is just it takes 7 bleeding tokens to kill you. Unconscious fighter. So we'll get rid of vengeance. I think vengeance is the one when someone dies, you gain a strength token. So she's had that for quite a while. We'll get rid of vengeance for her, and we will take unconscious fighter. So that's a good one. Yeah, 7. So unconscious fighter, and it takes 7 bleed tokens. Okay, so unconscious fighter. Now we will do age 4 for Kenna here. It's going to be a 11. Age 4, 11, gain 1 permanent luck. Not bad. Alright. So, that is we'll keep those out. The stuff that we will do for Kenna and Caressa. Let me look now if retirement does anything. I don't think it does right away. I think you just retire. I don't think there's an age or milestone for it or anything. Let me just look. Showdowns. See the truth. Run away. Returning survivors. No retirement. So we'll just check age real quick to see for age. Otherwise, I think it's just you no longer depart. We'll see. So if you retire on the hunt, when they return, they retire, never to hunt again. So it doesn't say anything about retiring. She didn't retire on the hunt anyway. She just retired on the showdown. So she'll be partaking in the settlement event, and then she will retire. Okay, so with that said, let's go over what it is we've got here. First off, Kenna's a hoarder. So she's going to go ahead and take the monster organ. She'd gain a courage. She's already maxed out. So this is from cooking. We have 1 extra endeavor from cooking. Then we have the 4 endeavors. Caressa is a tinkerer, and Mackenzie was a tinkerer. So we're going to have 7 endeavors to spend. Now let's do we have no other settlement events. So let's just roll Oh, 10 cards down. Whew. Shuffle these up. Come on, not Glossalia. Not Glossalia. Not Glossalia. Oh, please, not Glossalia. 10th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10th card. Hey, it's not Glossalia. It's murder. So, alright, murder. So, someone in the settlement has been murdered. The survivor with the highest hunt experience is the victim. They are dead. The murderer, the survivor with the highest insanity, was caught in the act and awaiting punishment. That's odd. So, can Kenna commit suicide? Or Senpaku? Is that a possibility? Because she has the most insanity. I know she does. I don't think it says a survivor with the different. The murderer, the survivor with the highest insanity, was caught in the act and is awaiting punishment. Corresponds with the settlement's society principle and roll 1d10. So we're doing accept the darkness here. I don't know if you can commit suicide. I never looked this up. I don't know if you can. We're just going to go with you can't. So there's going to be a murderer. So let me find the person with the highest insanity. No. 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 These are all the new people, that's why it's so quick to look through. Okay. Oh, Wit. I was hoping it was you. Oh, no. Okay, this... Okay. Not looking good so far. Okay, 6. Okay, okay, okay. Lightning, you have 9 insanity. You are the murderer. That's really bad because Lightning's absolutely amazing. Oh man, I spent so much time getting acid palms with her and monster. Well, I mean, I didn't really have to try to get Monster Claw style. It just kind of happens. But okay. Let's see here on the murder, accept the darkness. Okay, so it's either going to be a 1 to 3. The murderer is slaughtered and their body is painted onto the bodies of survivors, empowering them. Departing survivors, slant engineer gain +2 survival and 1 armor to each location. The murderer becomes the undisputed boss of the settlement and gains +3 hunt experience. Each player selects 1 fighting art and 1... Wait, what? How am I going to do this? I'm playing solo. Okay. So, am I just going to gain 1? So each player selects 1 fighting art and 1 disorder. The murderer must take all of them, replacing any existing fighting arts or disorders they have. Okay, so that's a 4+ or it's a 1 to 3. Okay, and it's a crit, but... So what am I doing here? I'm just going to lift this card. I'm going to have to read this. What is going on? How am I going to do this? So the murderer becomes the undisputed boss of the settlement and gains +3 hunt experience. Each player selects 1 fighting art and 1 disorder. The murderer must take all of them, replacing any existing fighting arts or disorders they have. This does not seem fair at all. Not in an amazing way. I can just give her whatever I want from any of these fighting arts, which is just absolutely insane. So, she's got Monster Claw style, and she's got Trick Attack. Now, she's got Monster Claw style as well as... now, she only has one disorder, so I can give her whatever disorder I want. So I'm the only player. So, she's already got Monster Claw style. I could give her... Where is it? She's got Trick Attack. I might as well just give her Sneak Attack as well. Well, no. Let's see, what can I give her? Timeless Eye would be helpful. Fated Blow, once per showdown, you may give your next wound attempt +2 strength, devastating 1. Oh, I could give her... The Rolling Luck. Alright, I've been looking through these things forever, so I probably edited it. I know normally I don't edit it, but look, I looked through these disorders and fighting arts for a while. It's been a long while, so we're just going to edit it, okay? Editing it, I cut down, I've decided on, we're going with Otherworldly Luck. As I mentioned like 10 minutes ago, I just cut this out. Yep, here's Otherworldly Luck. If that's a good one, let's just add +1 to our rolls for settlement events. And then we're going with Immortal for the disorder. So now, according to murder, lightning will gain immortal first for her disorder. So we'll write that in. So she's now immortal. And while you're insane, you convert all damage to your hit locations to brain damage. Alright, that's what we took for our disorder. And otherworldly luck, we will get rid of Orator of Death. Okay, so now we have otherworldly luck. So otherworldly luck, +1. So yeah, during the hunt and settlement phase, whenever you roll on a table, you may add +1 to the roll results. So +1 on hunt and settlement. Okay, that's otherworldly luck. Now, knowing that, we can have her do most of our stuff. So, Kenna is dead. Murdered by lightning. Just as the prophecy foretold. That's funny. Alright, so yep, Kenna's dead. Lightning. Alright, I think that's it. We gained another endeavor. We'll give that to Kenna, but Kenna is dead. But, of course, before she went, she hoarded this. Good, great. Alright. That's it. So, now we have an extra endeavor. Okay, so that's the end of the murder settlement. Let's clean this up. Okay, great. Everything is just going so well, so swimmingly. Everything is just great for our last couple settlements. Whew. Okay. Sucks because she was about to trigger Backstabber, but we'll put this back. We're not going to trigger it. I was all ready to do it with Kenna, but looks like we're not going to gain that fighting art. Alright. Now that we've done all that, let's spend some endeavors. First off, we're spending the cooking endeavor to innovate here. So we'll spend a hide, a bone, and an organ. So that's 2 basic. 1 phoenix to innovate. Let's grab our innovations here. We'll draw the 4 of them. Hopefully this is a little bit better. Here we go. See what we got. Here we go. Pictographs, storytelling, albedo, and face painting. So I'm almost positive. So face painting, we're not going with that. Albedo, we're not going with that. Storytelling would be cool. With storytelling, at least we would we'd be able to fight some of those like legendary monsters, and we'd get a +1 survival limit. I forget what else Pictograph does. Let's look at what consequence, because we're only probably going to be able to innovate 1 more time, maybe 2, and that's it. Then we won't be able to innovate anymore. So let's look. Storytelling consequences. Momentum Mori is... Why would I gain the hunt experience, gain the courage and understanding of a dead survivor? Okay, Momentum Mori is a storytelling. Records. That gives us Scholar of Death and gives us the volumes. That's pretty neat. So those are the... And then let's look at the Pictograph ones. Pictograph is Memento Mori. Storytelling is records. So I think in general we'll just go with storytelling. I think that's the much better option of these. Again, I wanted Forbidden Dance. There's a lot of other things I would have rather wanted. So we're going with storytelling. That means our survival limit will increase by 1. This gets added back to the deck here. Let me quickly add the storytelling consequence, which I just said was records. Okay. So, yep, records. Yeah, there's a lot of much better things I could have gotten. So, storytelling, at least, is neat. Can also trigger white speaker, which is also pretty neat. We can trigger that whenever we want. So, that's our innovation deck for next time. We will add storytelling, add our survival limit. We are now up to 8 survival for a survival limit. Okay. Oh, so this starts Lantern Year 18. We're done with the settlement event. Okay, we're now in Lantern Year 18. Okay. Storytelling gets added. Now, so I think I'm going to do, well, let's look here. I need to make an iron. So next we're going to scrap smelt. So here's scrap smelting. We need a 3 or higher. And guess what? Guess who's going to do it? Lightning's going to do it. Because she's got otherworldly luck. So, Lightning, let's do some scrap smelting. That's a 3. Wouldn't have been a 3 if I would have taken otherworldly luck. Looks like I made the right choice picking otherworldly luck to give to Lightning after she was done murdering Kenna. Yay. Okay. So we can convert 3 scrap into an iron. So we will convert 3 scrap into an iron because we have 3 broken lanterns. So let's go ahead and do that. That's all of our broken lanterns. Yep, that's all broken lanterns. We have 1 iron now. So we'll just put this here right now to denote that we have the iron. We did it with scrap smelting. Now we'll spend another endeavor to do leather making. So we'll spend this hide to turn it into a leather. There we go. Now, with these resources, the tail feathers, the small tail feathers, small feathers, grab this because we have plumery now. So we're going to make the phoenix placard. So it costs an iron, a leather, regular hide, and tail feathers. So, like I said, this is our iron we're spending, monster hide, which we turn into leather. Then the tail feathers and the small feathers count as a hide. So, doing that, and we make the phoenix placard, which I forgot to grab. Let me grab that really quickly. I don't know, I accidentally forgot about this, but I use a binder for organization with the coin things. So let me just grab the phoenix placard. Here we go. Making one of these. Okay. Awesome. So, Phoenix Placard. Is a chest piece, and it is flammable, which kind of sucks. But we're just, what can you do? We need it. So, here's the thinking with this. Now, what we're going to end up doing is, because we have Spear Mastery, she did obtain Spear Mastery before she died, Kenna. So that's great. The other thing is we're going to use lantern glaives. They count as an axe and a spear. They're both weapons. And we're also going to use the 1.6 rules. It has been confirmed that lantern glaives are supposed to have the lantern keyword. So I will be using that. So we won't have to carry around the lanterns all after we do stuff. I don't want to spoil it. So having lantern keyword on those lantern glaives is going to help. So, with my thinking here, is since those count as axes and spears, and we already have spear mastery, I've tried to get axe masters. They keep dying. I can't get it. So here, we're going to go for the Warlord armor. And this allows you to have +1 speed and +1 luck whenever you attack with an axe, which is great. So, like I said, when we switch to Lantern Glaives, we'll be able to cancel traps with the Lantern Glaive, and we'll be able to use +1 speed, +1 luck, in addition to everything else that Spear Mastery does. Well, Kenna's dead now, but, you know, someone else will get it. Spear Mastery, I'm sure. So, as you can see, we'll have to get another Screaming Horn, which we're going to fight another Antelope. We'll get more leather bracers, which no problem, but we need the Phoenix Placard, and then Lantern Mail and Lantern Greaves, which we don't have anywhere close to yet because I keep trying to make a blacksmith and I can't. Keep running out of resources, or I keep getting Glossalia, or I just keep having Hands of Heat, or Butcher just kills everyone. We've lost, like I think I said, it's like 70 resources throughout this campaign. Not great. Not great at all. So, that sucks. We're going to have to do something about that. But now we have this Phoenix Placard. At least that's the step in the right direction, so we'll start with that. It leaves us with these extra... Here, the organ, organ and a scrap, or 2 organs, whatever you want to say, for our things. So let me just write these because I don't know what I'm going to do with them right now. We're not going to spend them. I might spend them here. You know what? Maybe let me spend off the rest of our endeavors. So the other thing I was thinking was maybe we will sculpture. I think this is what we're going to do. I think we're going to sculpture and we're going to get Timeless Eye. Right? Unless Kenna had Timeless Eye. No, she had Mighty Strike and Combo Master. Caressa has Timeless Eye. Timeless Eye is a good one because it makes your perfect hits between a 9 and a 10. So I think we're going to make the sculpture out of Timeless Eye. I think that's the best way to do it. So, let's make the sculpture. We'll make Timeless Eye sculpture. This costs an endeavor. She will lose Timeless Eye, which is not bad. She's not gaining anything from it right now. She has no synergies with anything. Her other fighting arts are Unconscious Fighter and Propulsion Drive, which are terrible because Caressa's a bow user. She doesn't even move around really that much. And then 7 bleed tokens, I guess, is fine. But yes. So we're going to create the sculpture. She'll have to skip the next hunt, which is fine, and she'll lose the fighting art, so Caressa cannot go out on the next hunt, which is fine. She skips the next hunt. We create a Timeless Eye sculpture, so now we have that, which is great. And now we do the normal... I'm thinking we do some Nightmare Training. Grab Nightmare Training. I'm thinking that's what we're going to do. Nightmare Training is really good for Lightning now because she's going to always add +1. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think Lightning here is going to do some Nightmare Training because she adds +1 with Otherworldly Luck. She could definitely benefit from the accuracy. So you can see Nightmare Training. She's had to spend 3 survival. Oh, she has no survival right now. Okay, so she can't do it. Who has a ton of survival? Thunder has a ton of survival. Can he gain evasion? Can gain weapon proficiency, which would be good. He's just shield. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do that because it would be great for him to get shield mastery. He's 2 away from getting shield mastery. So if he spends his 1 survival, or he spends 3 survival, he'll be down to 2. So at least he'll be able to save himself, but I just need to get an 8 or a 9. So, Thunder, let's go. Spending 3 survival. Oh, he got a 9. Awesome. So that's gain 1 weapon proficiency level. So there we go. He's now 1 away from being a shield master. But he spent the 3 survival, so he's down to 2. Unfortunately, we can't do it again. I don't even think we could do it again anyway. Okay. It's Nightmare Training. Do I want to Nightmare Train with anyone else? I don't think so. I mean, it'd be great for Lightning to get Fist and Tooth Master because... But, you know what? It's okay. Mackenzie doesn't really have anything. She's already Bowmaster, Caressa. So, I guess we just scrap Scavenge. Where is Scrap Scavenge? Oh, I don't have the settlement event. I don't have the settlement card out there for Scrap Scavenge. Let me grab the Scrap Scavenge one. I need Forbidden Dance so I could start doing Harvest Ritual. I really need... There's a lot of things I really need here. Where is it? Weapon Crafter. Here we go. Scrap Scavenge. Okay. Let's get some Scrap Scavenge. Some, It's a 6 to 9 for Scrap Scavenge. Okay. I forget now if I spent... So this was for Leather, Sculpture, Iron, Nightmare Training. Okay, I did spend the Endeavor. Okay, so we'll spend one more Endeavor. Who's going to go Scrap Scavenging? Who's got quite a bit of survival? Let's look here. None. He's got one. Not really any. Not really any. He's got quite a bit. Oh yeah, I kind of want to level him up. Yeah, it'd be good. So Ryder, let's go with him because he's got the Harvestman where I could gain tokens and use the calcified Zimbato. So yeah, let's level. Okay, so we're going with Ryder. He's going to Scrap Scavenge. Okay, so he spends a survival. Okay, so he's down to 6 survival. Spend another Endeavor. That is 6 to 7. That's 1 Broken Lantern. Another one. Okay, so he's down to 5 survival. So we got 2 Broken Lanterns, and he loses, so he's down to 5 survival. Okay, so we'll add 2 more Broken Lanterns. Okay, so let's add this to the storage. So, Broken Lanterns, we have 2 more. It's good. We got a Phoenix Eye. One of those, and Small Hand Parasites. One of those. Awesome. Okay, that is it for the settlement event. It wasn't too bad. Turned out pretty good. We got to just start killing level 3 antelopes pretty much for the remainder of the game. We're going to have, it's Lantern Year 18. We do 1 more hunt. Then we've got Kingsman. Then we got Watcher. And then we've got 2 more antelopes. Then we got Butcher, Antelope, Butcher, no, Antelope, 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 Kingsman, Antelope, GSK. A lot of antelopes. So, thank you so much for watching. Again, it's always so humbling. This episode was really bad because of the murder event, but at the same time, it's great. It really is just great how random story events can tell a story. So, it was fun to have murder, even though it's one of the worst ones you could possibly draw. So, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next Lantern Year.